What a game in the AFC North. Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Ravens, Bengals, an absolute thriller. Pick it up in the fourth quarter. Bengals up 31-28. Adding to that, Jamar Chase.
You should never pay this kind of guy. Why would you ever want to throw him a 1-yard pass and it goes 70? Great blocking on the perimeter, but there's that special talent from Jamar.
10 catches, 193 yards, 2 touchdowns. Meanwhile, Ravens second and goal, play of the year from Lamar.
I feel like we say this on a weekly basis, though. By the way, the guy that he shoved to the ground, Sam Hubbard's 270 pounds and still throws a touchdown pass as he's jumping out of bounds and getting hit. This is vintage Lamar. This is only Lamar in a unbelievably jaw-dropping play. Look at his guy's 270.
He's going to hate the film room today.
Oh, my God. They lose the game because of it.
That's just an unbelievable play. It was number 1 on SportsCenter's top 10 and deservedly so. So the Ravens are down just 3. Joe Burrow, this is the mistake you cannot make.
Yeah, forced by Joe Burrow, and then Jamar maybe not fighting enough across Humphrey's face on that slant, massive turnover.
Burrow played a great game, but that huge mistake opens the door for the Ravens, and here they come back. It's Tylan Wallace, that's 19 yards. They're in field goal range. Justin Tucker has not had a Justin Tucker-esque season by his standards, but 56 yards away, never a doubt. Ties it up at 38. We're going to overtime. Ravens win the toss and absolutely should have lost the game. Here comes the play that should have won it for Cincinnati. Dan.
Yeah, unbelievable. Lamar, the last time this happened, we saw that remarkable play. He drops that snap, and then all of a sudden Cincinnati easily picks it up, and you're sitting there going, 38-yard line, they're just going to throw a couple passes. You see Lamar drop that snap, massive turnover. Is this going to be the play that saves the Cincinnati Bengals season? And instead of throwing the football, which they should have, they run the ball.
Yeah, they ran it 3 straight times. They gained practically nothing, and they left Evan McPherson with a 53-yarder. And as you'll see, the problem here was on the hold, and we'll show it to you again. This was not really on McPherson. You'll see the bobble on the hold, and thus it never had a chance. And so, you know when that happens, the Ravens are going to take advantage. And Rex, who are they going to give it to?
Derrick Henry.
On the very next play, up the left sideline.
Gone! There he goes! Gets out of here! Surely he's going to score. Well, maybe not.
I was looking for the gone. 51 yards. It was close enough. This one's a lot easier for John Harbaugh to decide. Justin Tucker knocks it through, and there's your ball game. Ravens, a thriller in overtime, 41-38. Afterwards, Lamar.
This rivalry never disappoints. When you Derrick, take me through that run.
Hey, yeah, I just had to, they did a great job blocking. I just made one cut, got north and south, and Tuck the goal, ended the game. We got another goal right here, man. Just go. Best quarterback in the league, man. Stop playing with him, man.
Kind of hard to argue after a day in which he accounted for 403 yards of total offense, 4 touchdowns, and did not throw an interception.
We got MVP Lamar. That's what we had, is the 2-time MVP showed up again. I also love the fact that the plan for pressure versus Cincinnati and then the placement for some of Lamar's throws were spectacular. This is a Cincinnati defense with the way they blitz. It's always given Lamar Jackson issues. They keep Mark Andrews in that center. Woody, this is going 5-0, 5-0, meaning they got the 5 big guys on defense. 3rd down and 5, you get that chip, and then look at this throw by Lamar. Puts his back foot in the ground versus man coverage to Zay Flowers. Gets yards after the catch because of the placement. Here it is again. You got 12 personnel, 1 back, 2 tight ends. You're going to chip both tight ends, and then another lovely throw over the top against man coverage. There's that plan for the pressure, and then the placement by Lamar. The next 2 are fantastic. You get 8 up by Cincinnati defensively. You only got 7 in protection. So the plan, back, inside out, chip, another placement throw along the sideline as the receiver wins. And then, again, 3rd down, 2nd down, winning against these. 8 guys up at the line of scrimmage. We only have 7 in protection. They have one more. You see that chip, back inserts inside, and now Lamar has the chance to make another beautiful placement throw versus man coverage. Those were huge. That's a different version of Lamar, specifically against the Cincinnati Bengals. One of the many reasons why they find a way to win that game.
He was brilliant. Henry makes the big play at the end. How would you describe what the combination of Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry have been?
What took it so long? What took it so long? I mean, the first couple games, you clearly saw they weren't playing into their identity. But you know, the past couple weeks, we've clearly seen Derrick Henry be the focal point in this offense as far as rushing the football, setting the tone for this defense. And the combination of Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson is going to be hell for a lot of teams to deal with, because the design runs, the sledgehammer that is Derrick Henry, and the things that they can do off of that. I'm telling you, man, teams are going to be hard pressed stopping this style of play.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Look, Derrick Henry, to me, and he doesn't need this comparison because he's a first ballot Hall of Fame running back. But every time I see him, I'm just like, dude, I've seen it before. Jim Brown. Jim Brown, who averaged 5.6 a carry in his career. That's like, he's impossible to stop. Cincinnati put everybody. You wonder why Cincy put all those dang guys up there? It's because of this cat. They held him to 30 yards in check the whole game, and then boom, he busts out there for a 50-some yard run. It's just like, he's absolutely ridiculous. And look, they were the best team in the league last year. Oh, we know who the hell the best team in the league is this year. And oh, by the way, they added Derrick Henry or Jim Brown.
All right, so one, I feel every time that Baltimore plays well in offense, I have to point out Patrick Ricard is as irreplaceable on their offense. And I know people don't know his name. He's as irreplaceable as anybody on their offense outside the quarterback. Their defense has got issues, though.
Oh,
you know, Baltimore, and now Cincinnati was phenomenal. Joe and the two receivers were spectacular. I'm not ready to say Baltimore's the best football team in their division, let alone in the NFL.
Steelers certainly aren't, and they just beat Cincinnati in overtime yesterday. Now, I'm not ready to give up on the Bengals. Who here is ready to give up on the Bengals?
I'm
They're
not.
1-4. They're in big trouble.
If their schedule wasn't what it was in the next month, I would be. But I think they can win their next 4.
Look, they just beat, I'm sorry, Greeny, cut you off. They just beat Cincinnati at their absolute best. Joe Burrow was, he was on the heater.
Joe Burrow was on the Pittsburgh field.
Like,
and Lamar was an MVP.
Like, you can't just be good. You got to be great. Hell, he was better than that. And Jamar Chase, like, he had 200 yards receiving. Let me give you a stat to prove that Baltimore's the best team in this league.
Go.
All right? If you are 750 yards rushing ahead of your opponents in 5 games, you know when the last time that happened? 1984, the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
I don't know
who was Walter Payton.
And I think it was Buddy Ryan, too. Anyway, it was like, but like, to me, it's crazy. Like, we haven't seen this. It's been like 40 years, 50 years. Like, this team, they can run the football.
I think if you're looking at the Baltimore Ravens, the reason you have to be so encouraged, their defense is not playing well at all. Horrible. You would have to think that this defense is going to get better. And you got Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry playing the way that they're playing.
And they will get better, and I'll tell you why. You got a coordinator coaching out of a book. They played fantastic against the Bills, all right, but that's more of an indictment on the Bills, too. But this guy will get better, all right? Eventually,
the defensive coordinator you're talking
Zach
about.
Orr has never been a coordinator in his life, so he's coaching out of a book right now.